Hey guys, if you don't like and subscribe, in 1 second all of your subscribers will be deleted. So we are a part 2 with the cursed YouTube channel.
As we reopen,
Oh,
don't you
some ad. I'm just gonna. Yep.
Small businesses are finding new ways, online and in person,
And
to be there for you.
just Skippy. For instance, if you go ahead and read the description, read it. If your chair is on the floor, here's how to get it back and pick up all the pieces that is something broken and unfair. What could that possibly mean?
Represents Alan's lost mother, who he may have discovered dead.
I guess we'll never know. Also, there's this really funny thing, a comment I checked out on the video. Look at it. Let's go and see it. So look, it says my green chair fell, so I painted it blue and picked it back up. Also, there's one where it says this did not work on my yellow chair. Instructions weren't clear. My chair is picking me up now. Okay. I don't even know what he just said.
Hey there, tutorial heads. Welcome back to Night Mind. Thanks for joining me in the dark again this evening. I'm Nick Nocturne, and tonight we're diving into our first ever double feature. Our first half is about to begin. Let's all get settled into our seats and prepare to learn from a true master teacher. YouTube is the holy grail of self-education on the internet. If at any point you wanted to learn how to do anything, there's an excellent chance someone online posted a how-to video to guide you through the process. The concept of tutorial channels came around a few years ago, and after the first one met with success with viewers, dozens of others followed. You had professional channels, decent homebrew work, and channels like, well, Alan Tutorial.
Hey guys, thanks for coming to YouTube. Today on my page I'm going to show you a new tutorial, brand new, on how to crush an old can of soda with wood.
Wait, what?
So here's a soda, this Dr. Pepper can. You need one soda can.
This is
you
so
need a drill
important.
with a battery pack. You gotta put, first thing you gotta do is put the can on its side and drill a hole into the can. It needs,
How long is this video?
It needs air holes. Otherwise it won't.
Oh shoot, this is a 1 hour and 50 minute video. No. Just gonna
It needs air holes.
skip ahead.
Otherwise it won't.
We know from a few clues that Alan, a clearly mentally handicapped man with the mentality of a young boy, is living in a neglectful household with his brother and that brother's girlfriend or fiancé. Alan is kept in a room upstairs where he is rarely checked on, as evidenced by the amount of dangerous construction tools and equipment he keeps getting. It's not just the wood drill or electric saw either. The elephant sugar glue Alan tries to clean off in the Blue Note video is a real type of glue used in carpentry to keep wood together without nails or screws. In another video, a spooky clown makeup tutorial, Alan shows us a bottle of accelerator which is meant to make super glue harden faster and hold stronger. Alan is actively interfering with his brother's work to make his tutorials, and it's not just the construction equipment. We know he took his brother's hard drive for his special lighting trick, and in another video, Alan somehow manages to get several components for a new computer build. You'd think that Alan would do his best to hide how much stuff he's stolen for his ritual entertainment and expression, and we have the evidence to prove that he is trying. In the video desk demo, broken microphone, help, we can clearly hear a lot of noise being made as Alan records his tutorial. Alan himself doesn't actually speak, but does tell us his microphone is broken in the title and in the description. Mic's broken, how do I fix it? We can plainly hear that is not the case, so why is he saying this? Because at the time he needed to do his tutorial, Alan was afraid to speak and kept quiet. Then, because he knew it would be suspicious to his viewers, he made up a lie to cover for his silence despite obvious evidence he was lying, just like a child would. Alan, being mentally disabled with the mindset of a child, would definitely do something like that as his first line of self-defense in being accused of odd behavior while doing something he knows he shouldn't. So, why can't Alan speak? Because he didn't want the two other people in the house to hear him. Not only is Alan neglected, he knows he isn't supposed to be talking to the internet or working with tools like razor blades. In fact, I'm guessing the cell phone he's using to record isn't even his. It's probably a working model with no SIM card to make calls, and Alan can only communicate through YouTube because it was already hooked up to the home Wi-Fi. And who would he have gotten it from? His tech-savvy brother, who wouldn't miss a phone with no SIM card because he put the card in a new phone. Alan's brother might have even just given him the phone as a distraction tool, not realizing it still had internet access. Alan's been making tutorials when people aren't home. That's why he's scared off by the sight of his brother's girlfriend entering the house. Alan even says, "uh-oh," and hurries back inside. The absence of a person in the house to keep him away from dangerous equipment and internet access is the sole reason Alan keeps getting this stuff and managing to make tutorials. No sane person would allow a mentally handicapped adult to have all these dangerous tools, let alone go on the internet and record themselves to be made a fool of. Alan is neglected when people are in the house and is often left alone with no security precautions to keep him out of trouble. He's so completely alone that he'll knock on the desk out of view of his camera, pretending it's someone at the door just to create the illusion that another person is there. It's a situation in which the brother doesn't care. His girlfriend is probably too skittish to approach. The father is clearly out of the picture. And the mother? Well, that blue chair certainly brings up a lot of sorrow in Alan. In fact, the question of his mother brings up the question of why his brother is taking care of him instead. Any situation like this would have the child, no matter how old, staying with the mother who raised them and knows best how to handle their needs. We know Alan's brother barely cares, so he wouldn't have actually volunteered for the job of trying to shelter his autistic brother while starting a life with his girlfriend. Alan's parents are most likely both dead. His father's stuff is packed up. He doesn't live with his mother, and the reaction he has to the blue chair heavily suggests he's reliving the trauma of trying to help a dead person off the floor. But why would the blue chair give him such a shock like this? For one thing, look at the chair. That looks a whole lot like a very young boy's chair, and we know Alan has the mindset of a very young boy. Knowing his father probably had a military background, Alan was most likely raised solely by his mother. He is stuck at a mental age somewhere between about 7 and 10, and being apparently autistic or at no news. 2 days later, there are more objects on the table which seem almost like tutorial equipment. Alan says the top story is that a local boy is a news addict and just can't get enough news and tries to make a news story out of the 3 balls on the table. In the process of picking up a rolling ball, we can spot 2 more chairs painted on the floor. Alan is clearly trying to psych himself into doing the news while there's no printout to use, and ends up making a kind of news story tutorial hybrid. In the next video, Alan announces that he's got $1 and is so excited about it he uses that as a title. He covers a news story about the umbrella on the table while being more open about it actually being a tutorial and finds another $1 under the door afterwards. Alan starts his next video celebrating his money. He's very excited about having $2. When going to the table, he says,
So today I'm going to do a new tutorial.
Alan cuts the picture of a pixelated brain with the scissors, then taps on the table and announces the tutorial is done, actually saying the word tutorial. He calls it news immediately after, but does get another $1. A new tweet pops up. Hey guys, tutorials are good. I'm sorry about the news. And now we get a video with an overt tutorial title, How to Make a Terrarium.
Today I'm going to do a tutorial. I'm not going to do the news. If you're wondering why I'm not doing the news, well, plain and simple, free market has spoken.
In the middle of his tutorial, Alan starts bleeding and rubs his blood on the wall next to the blue chair. After finishing his terrarium, he reaches for his money, grabs it, and then threatens suicide if he doesn't get 1,000 subscribers in the next 2 days. He even repeats this on Twitter for good measure. In the next tutorial, Alan cites his new subscriber number, then says it's not bad for a little boy on YouTube. He mentions he's been feeling blue lately, then attempts to trace his hand with a blue crayon. Halfway through, he quits after barely trying and loudly announces he's done a tutorial.
I did a tutorial. I did a tutorial. I did another tutorial. I did another tutorial.
Alan uses the fifth dollar to complete a dollar man he's made on the pillow and talks to it.
Hello? Oh, hello. How's it going? Hello. Hi. Hi. Well, what's your name? My name? Me? Yeah, you. My name is Alan Tutorial. What's your name? My name is Alan Tutorial. You too? Yeah. Well, what do you like to do? Do you like the news? No. I do tutorials. Do you like YouTube? Yes. Oh, bye. Okay, bye. Wait. What? Do you want to subscribe? Well, you subscribe to my channel, I'll subscribe to your channel. Yes. Okay. So goodbye. Bye. Where are you going? I'm going back. I'm going online to check it out. Check out my stats online. Okay. You're my little man. Bye. You're my guy. Okay. You're my best friend. What? Well, I have to go. I told you I have to go, so I'm going. Okay, me too. I'm going too. Goodbye.
In Science Ball Burning Tutorial Blast, we see Alan has used the blue crayon to draw all over the room, making tiled floor lines. It's as if he's trying to truly own this little room he inhabits. After barely attempting to make a tutorial out of setting the ping pong ball on fire and burning his hand in the process, Alan practically digs under the door for his next dollar. In the next tutorial, we see Alan has been given a laptop. He's going to show us how to watch YouTube clips in 720 HD, and right after Alan chooses the 720 option, the video changes to his own terrarium tutorial. But something is very wrong. The video is slowed down, Alan's voice is distorted, and the footage is shot from a camera that was attached to his forehead. Alan recognizes his work and in the description writes, "Alan Tutorial is popular and is I guess in or on other YouTube channels. Sorry guys." He comments with a single frowning face. The next video, 4 Bad Cups, contains footage of Alan trying to drink from a cup of water, a cup of glue, a cup of black coffee, and a cup of what might actually be blood. A few days later on Twitter, he posts, "I am the teacher." Then we get a very long line of emojis that actually tell us Alan's story. He starts with a camera, making tutorials at home. Next, he gets lost in the woods. After that, there's a van which stands for his kidnapping. He ends up in a room with a locked door and starts reading news instead of doing tutorials. Alan is given a raised hand and then cries. His captors started beating him. Money appears and Alan becomes happy, then slowly sinks into sadness. Alan turns angry, and time passes by very slowly. Now, Alan is enraged. The screen fills with fire that goes on for several lines, and at the end, Alan posts an emoji that is actually titled Runner. This is where he is now, and he wants to run away. Immediately after, Alan posts, "I'm sorry," because he knows he just expressed how he genuinely feels in a captive situation and doesn't want to upset his kidnappers. The next tweet is Alan screaming in text, followed by the question, "Should I do the news?" Alan wants to break the pattern he's in. Our next video has Alan suspended from a harness attached to the top of the door. He brags about his knowledge of money metrics for views and subscribers and starts talking about torrenting. The Dollar Man is in a circle of urine bottles on the floor, as if he was a god. On March 22nd, Alan holds a Google Plus Hangout that is uploaded to YouTube. He doesn't do much except talk to the Dollar Man and knock over full bottles of urine, which doesn't seem to bother him at all. In the next video, Arm Tutorial, Alan says he's a major player on the YouTube tutorial scene and tries to make a tutorial based off of how to use his arm. He opens the box, revealing a bunch of wooden mallets, and uses them violently, banging them against each other, smashing urine bottles, and throwing mallets. In the midst of this, Alan mentions how tutorials are kind of cheat codes for life, and some video game music plays in the background for a short clip. He also mentions cheat codes are what you use when people don't want to let someone out. That video was uploaded on March 31st. The next time we hear from Alan on YouTube is October 17th. His room looks horrifying, an absolute mess, and there seems to be some flesh-colored thing spinning next to him. On October 21st, Alan uploads again. His room looks even worse, and he tries the door, but it's still locked. The next video on November 7th shows us the spinning object is a meat rotator with what seems to be human legs on them. Alan's room has turned into an absolute hell, unfit for any human being to even step foot in, and he has been here for months. Alan's following video is simply titled Tutorial. A certain ominous blue chair that follows Alan into the woods almost a full year after his lockout, for instance. And the sudden appearance of one of his own warped videos on another person's channel. What is the meaning behind all of this? Is Alan going crazy, and are we mentally deteriorating right along with him? The answer is, in a way, yes, we are. Alan's going a little bit crazy, but it's the same kind of going crazy that an indie musician who's just gone viral would. Alan Tutorial's story is metafiction, and the events are actually metaphors. The reason you're seeing all of this on YouTube is because Alan Resnick is providing commentary about YouTube and its culture the entire time, as well as the struggle of an artist. In the beginning, we have Alan, a mentally disabled man with the mindset of an innocent child, creating tutorials for an audience. These tutorials are awful. They don't teach anything, they're completely wrong, and they leave you more confused and disturbed than you were before watching. Alan runs the gamut of tutorials you could find a whole lot of different channels for, from making craft projects to cooking, even building a computer. He's not trying to serve a niche audience or specialized group. He's just trying to emulate what he sees everyone else on YouTube succeeding at doing. Just like an immature child, Alan sees something big people do and wants to try it out as well, with no experience or knowledge behind the copycat act. He's a parody of every single tutorial or how-to channel that ever appeared on YouTube in the wake of success by professionals, and the representation of Alan as a child in this case isn't wrong. How often have you found a topic channel run by an 11-year-old using their cell phone to record with no script, no layout, and no expertise? Alan is a mimic of these users. He makes a tutorial on a topic that inspired him in a successful video, then sees another user doing some other really hot topic that's getting attention, so he tries to do a tutorial for what they specialize in. Alan is trying to be a jack of all trades, but isn't even an apprentice level in a single one. Alan does, however, start to pick up a stream of real success and attention from a fan base and turns the tutorial machine up to 11. He started doing this because it made him happy, and now, seeing how he's made other people really happy, this little boy on YouTube sees a purpose in his life. Alan would happily go on making tutorials in his room forever and get so into it that, just like other YouTubers, sets up a Twitter account. Alan is a happy child making YouTube videos for fun, and that's what he loves. Remember this. Down the line, right after the tutorial for the air conditioner in which we see Alan bleed while attempting to teach us, there's a strange event on Twitter. September 30th, 2012. Dear whoever said I'm being forced to do tutorials against my will. No I'm not. Stop it. Like, subscribe, help me, tutorial. The same minute that he posts that, he follows up saying, I love teaching tutorials, in perfect grammar and punctuation. Just a few days before the air conditioner tutorial, Alan also tweeted, find a penny? Alan tutorial says spend it, okay? Thanks guys, share it, bye. Just a short tutorial. I can't get the door open in my room. Okay. And it doesn't end there. On October 9th, he tweets, if I have to do one more tutorial, I'll scream. Then on the same day, again, he takes back his word. I love explaining a process, tutorials. Now, in both cases of the reply confirming his love for tutorials, does that look like something Alan would type to you? There's no evidence of him being that competent in writing on Twitter or YouTube. Alan's process of making tutorial videos for fun has been interrupted, and suddenly he's being encouraged to make them. Alan
That too much
shortly in and then
ketchup.
turns away from the table. From the next video, we know Alan is being made to make tutorials, and he's trying to convince everyone he's happy and okay. Then the news reporter segment kicks in, Alan's act of rebellion against his kidnappers. In the same video he uses to announce he's rebelling, he gets two blue instruments, paint and wire, which both can be used to make something blue. In the next video, with Alan fully on the news cycle, the red table, the complete opposite of a blue chair, has been painted blue, and the chair painted on the wall is in the upright position. By refusing to do tutorials while kidnapped, Alan has taken back his right to childish happiness. He's going to do what he wants to do, and he doesn't care. Alan's kidnappers try to make him do increasingly more dangerous things with tutorial implements, from getting intoxicated to actually cutting himself. We can see they deprive him of the news because they know he's being stubborn despite them, and Alan holds out for a little while, but we know during the no news segment of the kidnapping arc, Alan was beaten by his kidnappers. When he finally gets the news, he crumbles it up and hides it. He's not was most likely the
Okay, guys, I ended it there because first of all, that was like way too long, and I'm really tired. So, good night. Good night, internet.